Hi, this is Kirk, the Bariatric Carnivore. Well, it's 2024. It's New Year's resolution time. Have you got any New Year's resolutions? If so, please leave them in the comments below. I'm always like hearing, other people's ideas on how they want to get stronger and healthier for the coming year. This year, I've got 3 main goals that I'm trying to incorporate into my life. And they're not really New Year's resolutions. They're just projects that I'm trying to build in to the overall scope of other things that I'm doing. I mean, I do things like work out 15 minutes at least 3 to 4 times a week. I try to build in sprint training at least a couple of times a week. I'm trying to get good sleep, and I'm not going to change my diet very much at all, but there's some things that I want to improve in. So here's the 3 areas that I'm trying to do. Number 1 is to add in plyometric jumping. And I've done a little bit of this, doing some of the stuff that I've already been doing, but I wanted to do it more intentional. So during Prime Day, I noticed that there was a Plylo box on sale, and I went ahead and grabbed one to get a little bit of gear and give myself a little bit more incentive to be more intentional in doing this. So I want to incorporate Plylo jumping at least 3 times a week for about 2 minutes. And this isn't just stepping up and down on the box, but really explosively jumping up and down for a couple minutes at a time. And the reason why you want to do that is to increase your number of fast twitch muscles in your legs. And they start recruiting all over your body. It's a powerful thing. And the reason why I want those muscles is because I want to age well. I'm not a big fan of this idea that you can, change something in your diet or do some different exercise and it will let you live to 120. I don't think those longevity experts have any expertise or can prove that what they're talking about makes a difference. But I do believe very strongly that if you want to age well, if you want to be healthy as you age, you need more muscle and strength. So we're going to build that into the program this year and see how that goes. And, while there's no real measurements that I can do to see if I've got more fast twitch muscles, if I can jump up and down very quickly on a box, 14 or so inches, that is going to put me way ahead of where I was. I have always been hesitant to jump up and down on things. Even when I was doing CrossFit, I didn't like that for some reason because there's some thing that just kind of blocked me out. But I need to start incorporating this stuff to become stronger, because look, the number 1 cause of long-term permanent disability is major trauma. And most of those traumas come from people falling when you're older, and then they break a rib and a wrist or something like that, as well as making their hip go out. And this is what puts people in nursing homes. And I don't want that to be happening. So the biggest reason why they fall is because they lack the fast twitch muscles to keep themselves upright when they stumble, etc., when they lose that momentary sense of balance. And the fast twitch muscles are really what you need to have in order to set up your base and to keep your sense of balance. So if you want to not be falling and having problems like that, you need the fast twitch muscles. That's why I'm going to be working on this. As I get moved from 60 and beyond, I want to be stronger, faster, and I need to incorporate that into my overall workout routine. So that's goal number 1. And frankly, I've worked with some people. One of the ministries that I work with in my church is where I visit people that are, stuck at home or in nursing homes and stuff like that. And there's this one person that sticks in my mind. I mean, he's really has become my meme in my own head as to why I want to be doing this stuff. I mean, here's a person that's not much older than I am, and he is bedridden. And frankly, probably not going to be long for this world, unfortunately, even though his mind is still pretty good. The problem is, it was just a horrible cascading set of events where first his neck goes out. And because his neck went out, that created some, pain, and he quit moving as much. And that kind of cascaded into some heart issues. So he got a pacemaker and some other stuff. And then COVID hits, and he becomes even more sedentary because he's homebound and he can't get out and enjoy people. And so he was doing even less because of that. Then his hip goes out, and they go to replace the hip. He has complications. He couldn't get out of his walker, and he kept needing a wheelchair. He lost that mobility, which again made things worse. Then, to make matters even worse, his hip started calcifying, so they went in to clean that up, and when they did, he got an infection in that hip joint. Now he's got a PICC line where they're doing intravenous IV fluids. They're making him feel horrible. He's gone into a rehab, gotten horrible food there, and his health has done nothing but decline. And these are all because of one little event that started a cascade of him becoming more sedentary. And that's not what I want. I mean, frankly, I don't want to be spending years and years of the end of my life being stuck in a bed, feeling miserable, never having a sense of joy and purpose and being able to do stuff. I want to be going full bore right up until the very end. So if you want to avoid that, the only way to do it is to keep pushing yourself harder, not getting more soft with yourself and becoming more and more sedentary. That's kind of the problem. The other thing that I'm trying to incorporate this year is grinding my own burger meat. Now, so one of my sons asked what I wanted for Christmas. I said I want a grinder to go on my mixer. And the reason why I want to do that is there's a lot of parts of my cow that I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a big fan of sirloin steak. I'm not a big fan of the organ meats and stuff like that, but I'm paying for all that stuff. So I want to go ahead, my goal is to start grinding these different parts of meat that I'm not a big fan of, and incorporating some of this additional fat that I get from a guy that I know that runs this barbecue place. And he has all these fat trimmings from brisket. So I want to make up some really good fatty hamburger utilizing these different lean meats, and seeing if I can create the right ratio of stuff so I can come up with a really tasty burger utilizing other parts of the cow that I would normally not particularly enjoy. So that's goal number 2, is to start grinding my own meat. And then eventually I hope to be able to move up and start doing sausages and hot dogs, because I keep looking at the packages at the supermarket going, I'm not a big fan of all those artificial colorings, etc. So let's try to go ahead and make my own stuff utilizing a meat grinder. So that's goal number 2. Number 3 is going to be the hardest one, and that is to finally end my addiction to Diet Mountain Dew. True confession, I have been really good in a lot of different areas, but I have not been able to get rid of my near addiction to Diet Mountain Dew over the years. So my other son, when he asked what I could get what I wanted for Christmas, I said I need a SodaStream. And the idea is to make my own carbonated water. I'm going to kind of wean myself off of Diet Mountain Dew by utilizing some flavorings initially, and then eventually hopefully just go to pure carbonated water. So that's the goal. Those are my 3 main goals this year, and hope to incorporate all this stuff. Now, why do I do all these things? Well, it's so I can do more. Let me give you a little case in point. 10 years ago, when I weighed over 300 pounds, I needed to redo my office. I needed to put some new flooring in there, and I laid this laminate flooring and stuff, and it was exhausting. It was about a week's long project, and lifting boxes, jumping up and down all the time. It wore me out, and I kind of vowed never to do it again. Well, fast forward 10 years, and I had a break during Christmas. My kids and I met in Denver earlier in December, And so we'd had Christmas kind of early. I had a few days off. So I just said, okay. And I found a really great bargain on vinyl plank flooring. And I did almost my entire house, everything but my office. And I'm not saying it was easy to do, to be able to, jumping up and down and cutting and lifting and moving 50-pound boxes and all that other stuff. But I couldn't have done it 10 years ago. But I'm able to do it now because I'm stronger and healthier than I was back then. So if you need any encouragement to really start making the changes, you can be 10 years older, but much stronger and healthier than you were, even last year. So hopefully you will make 2024 to make you the best person that you can be, stronger, healthier, ready to take on this next year and to move forward as you live the rest of your life. Because you just want as much muscle and strength as you can possibly get. This is Kirk, the Bariatric Carnivore. Do you have any New Year's resolutions? Do you have any things that you are working on? Please share them in the comments below. Let other people, it's encouraging to other folks. It's helpful. If you hit the like and subscribe button, I would greatly appreciate it. That lets more people hear about this channel. And I try to put out a new message at least a couple of times a week. So if you like this stuff, please hit the like and subscribe. Join this tribe. Leave comments below. And I will talk to you soon.